Electronic Stability Control, also referred to as ESC, prevents cars from skidding using many sensors and a computer to take over your steering system for you. It has proven to be especially helpful with top-heavy or taller vehicles like trucks and larger SUVs, as it prevents slipping or tipping by keeping the vehicle on its intended path. Cars have had this feature since 1995, but it became more in use for nearly every brand of cars in the early 2010s. In many cases where this is needed, it shows to be immensely helpful since the situation of over or understeering is going to require extremely quick decision making to make the right move. However, most people will not have had experience with something like that, where the situation requires knowledge-based behavior. The situation would also likely be affected by attention-related biases, meaning depending on what the driver was and is paying attention to will have an effect on the outcome of the situation. It could be something as small as slipping around a corner in the wintertime to overcorrecting a wrong move and ending up in a ditch. The aid ESC provides to most drivers is extremely beneficial, even based on the simple fact that a computer will make a correct decision much faster than the human brain, so it takes away the potential for a slip or wrong decision. Referred to as the Driver Drowsiness Detection System or Driver Alert Control, many modern car brands like Volvo, who started it all, Mercedes, BMW, and Nissan as some examples, have implemented the ability for a car to detect when a driver is getting tired. This is extremely helpful for many reasons. Obviously, driver fatigue is a big issue and actually one of the leading causes of accidents. Fatigue is super problematic for driving and paying attention in general. The more tired we get, the more we lose our vigilance, or our ability to pay attention for long periods of time. It also lengthens the amount of time it takes for us to make decisions, which is important for driving. Without those things, we are more likely to get into an accident. The way the system works is based on the driver's actions and inputs. Typically, the car will record steering or other actions, and if the vehicle system determines a higher risk of its driver being fatigued, the car provides an audible warning signal and often some kind of symbol, commonly a coffee cup, on the dash screen with a message about taking a break from driving. In BMW cars, this happens after 2 hours of consecutive driving. The technology of anti-fatigue devices is also becoming increasingly popular, but the more common use of these tire detection systems accompanied with warnings is already a great improvement that helps prevent crashes. These next two design principles are more specific to crashes and safety features certain cars have that prevent issues or personal injury in the event of a collision. As the next design principle, I will be talking about active head restraints. AHR detects movements during an accident to activate the backrest and a lever, which causes the headrest to automatically move forward, reducing the gap between the head and the headrest. This helps reduce potential injuries to the head and neck. This system was designed specifically as a safety feature to prevent harmful injuries to those involved in an accident and aids people in a way so they don't have to process the situation and attempt to move in time to help themselves. Obviously, the human brain cannot process the situation, make a decision, and then act on that decision in the amount of time it takes for an accident to occur and cause damage. This use of technology aids in the brain's processing ability and stops extra injury before it can even happen. Additionally, because this is something controlled by the computer, there's no room for human error, like the accidental activation of this feature, where if it occurred on your daily commute, it could be harmful or at the very least confusing and a quick scare. Something incredibly interesting I learned about and have been researching recently is what Mercedes-Benz calls their pre-safe sound. Using pink noise, which refers to the color appearance of visible light and the color pink present at the lowest frequencies of light, it has a deeper frequency and plays at about 80 decibels during an unavoidable collision to prevent hearing loss and internal ear injury. Essentially, this use of pink noise is the utilization of masking in a similar way that noise-canceling headphones work, where sound waves cancel each other out. This helps protect our middle and inner parts of our ear, specifically the eardrums and ossicles. As of right now, Mercedes-Benz is the only car manufacturer using this incredible technology, but I would expect it to catch on very quickly, seeing as how helpful it is. Throughout this series, we've talked about the different tools used by manufacturers to keep drivers safe, minimize distractions, and prevent human error. Specifically, we've been able to analyze how these systems and tools benefit drivers' processing and can assist in creating a safer driving environment for not just those in the car, but other drivers on the road. Hopefully this gives some good insight on what to look for in your next car. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something.